The views, opinions, and representations expressed on the K-Ghost Radio Network and its website are those of the host, guest, and participants, and they are not necessarily those of or endorsed by the network, its affiliated stations and broadcasts, management, or advertisers of the network. The show is found under LGA Broadcasting Network. UFO Talk Radio can, but does not necessarily promote any particular lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only, and they are not intended to treat or diagnose and or claim to cure any disease or condition, or give any medical or legal advice. All music is purchased and owned by LGA Broadcasting.
I got the windows rolled down, got the radio up, and I'm heading out of Vegas tonight. And it's a 1:30 on a 4-day run, and the desert is a welcome sight. I can see you there in that dress you wear, and it's keeping my foot on the gas. I drink a gallon of Joe just to make it back home and hold you in my arms at last. There's a full moon shining, lighting up the highway like a beacon to you. If I can make it on time, past the moonlit state line, we'll a piece of right on through.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army. Army officers found sometime last week, has been inspected in Roswell, New Mexico, and sent to Wright Field, Ohio, for further inspection.
From the high desert in Great America Southwest, broadcasting live deep in the desert of Nevada, The Glenn Leary Show.
And I do bid you hello. May it be morning or afternoon or evening, I tell you, it's great to be here with you. Wherever you might, time zone you might be from, I say welcome to all my fans and friends and to everybody listening. Oh, yes. We are live. I am Glenn Leary. This is the LGA Broadcasting Networks. I bid you welcome, and to all my affiliates out there and small stations, micro broadcasting stations, late night drivers. Oh, I thank you so very much for listening on your internet. Ham operators, 73s to all of you. To you out there, the Silent Key, Whiskey 60 Baker, thank you so much. You know who that is, of course. Yeah, Sicily, Alaska, we thank you kindly out there, KBHR 57 AM. And to everybody out there, KPFF and Prompt, what a great station you have. Keep going no matter what. And to all that's listening all over the world, I thank you for listening. Oh, yes. We're going to have a great show. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. Bigfoot. And that is on tonight. Yes, Bigfoot. A lot's been happening in that field. A lot of reports lately. And we're going to open our lines up a little earlier. Hope that you'll call in and tell me your stories. Now, I have people that always email me on the Facebook side, and they want to tell their story. Well, now here's your chance. Call in, please. The number, I'll give it to you later there. It's so you need to call in your stories, because the problem is I read these stories all the time that come into my email, and they're pretty bizarre. But there's pretty interesting stuff, too, that's been reported on other stations, of course. But I bring you as much as I can. It's a wide field, I'm telling you, man. The Washington, Pacific Northwest, and the Oregon area really is flooded. North Carolina, South Carolina, some strange stuff going on up there. Yes. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight, sincerely. And before we get started with that, you ready for Thanksgiving? That's right around the corner. And tomorrow's my birthday. I turned 65. I've got all the Medicare and all the other stuff all lined out, all done. And I'm getting phone calls. My gosh, my mailbox, P.O. box is full of all this stuff. You know, once you get to the age of 60, 65, they're sending you everything. brokers are coming out of the woodwork just to sign you up for that other plan, the third plan. Yeah. Well, it's working out. Yeah. I had very lucky to find a guy that did a great job. And yeah. So now we're all set. Yeah. So make sure you do that before December 7th if you are in Nevada. If you're in November, it's your birthday. Well, just trying to remind you because it is important. You don't want to forget that. Gosh, I'll tell you for sure. We'll be back right after this.
Violence, theft, drugs, graffiti. It's all part of joining a gang. In times like these, we need to protect our children and our community from gangs. Gangs often prey on unsupervised teens with low self-esteem, who perform poorly in school, who seek a sense of belonging, or are simply bored. Joining a gang often involves violent hazing rituals. Once in a gang, members can become alienated from their families, school, and friends. Drugs, guns, and malicious activity are common elements in gangs. Trying to leave a gang can be a difficult and dangerous process. The best way to get out of a gang is never to join one. Protect kids from being recruited by a gang. Know who they're hanging out with. Involve kids in after-school activities and provide positive role models. Help reduce gang activities in your community by working with local law enforcement and school systems. Don't let a kid you know get involved with gangs. Visit ncpc.org to learn more or contact your local law enforcement agency.
A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
And from the LJ Broadcasting. That's us networks, yeah. K-Ghost Radio. Gosh, I've had a lot of people tune in, new people listening. And boy, it's going crazy tonight. Maybe they're all getting ready to do the Thanksgiving thing, I think. Maybe. Who knows? Did you see what I put on my website, the Facebook deal? Where there's a turkey. The guy's in the kitchen. He's got his apron on. He's looking underneath the stove like he's looking for something. And then in the other picture, in his living room there's a dresser with a lamp on it, with a lamp, which is the turkey's body. But there's a lampshade over the turkey's head that he's hiding from the chef or the cook. It was just great. It really gave me a lot of big laughs. So, by the way, I want to ask you out there again. Now, you have emailed me about your stories. Okay, thank you. I got it. But I'll need to hear you on the line. Don't be afraid to talk. Just, you don't have to even give your real name, to truth, but just tell me your stories about the Bigfoot stuff, what's been going. We have open lines very soon. Okay. Now, there's a lady, and I was going to tell you about this gal. She's up there in Oregon. Now, I didn't get to finish her story last time because the phone started ringing. Yeah, she actually is feeding a Bigfoot. Makes it sandwiches, meat and certain things and nuts and what have you. And this Bigfoot is taking the sandwiches. And she says she's got cameras out, but he's very sneaky. I don't think, do you think that could happen? Well, she says it has. It's going to. She's been doing it for years. And she says she actually saw him one time, very fast. Just like, and they are fast. Reports right now on the latest one about the gentlemen were driving down the road and they saw a Bigfoot cross the road, but with an orb around it. Yeah, an orb. What's the orb? I know when there's sightings of Bigfoots, a lot of times there's sightings of UFOs right away. I wonder about that also. We've had different people on our show. We've talked about Bigfoot. I know you've heard the shows before, but I'm working on a real cool dude to be coming on. And he says a friend of his actually shot a Bigfoot. Is it illegal in Washington State, the Pacific Northwest? I don't know. Maybe you can call him, let me know about that. His name is Bugs. And this is the same guy that was on the Art Bell show years ago. And this is his buddy. Remember, he had a buddy with him that shot these two apparently Bigfoot, male and female. Yeah. So we're trying to get a time when him and I are going to talk and get him recorded and get him on the radio of all sides, all my shows. And that's going to be a biggie. And apparently he's worked on a book under a different pseudonym or ghost name, what have you. But he is pretty interesting, the stories he's been telling me, and quite believable. They're a family unit, I really believe, and they don't want to be seen. They don't want to be caught, and they want to be left alone. But they're out there, and we're in their space, and we're like the they're watching us like we're on TV. Imagine watching us humans do our own stuff. And they've got it beat, man. I mean, come on. They're living up there, and they're by their own type of will. And I believe they've been there for years. How about you? Have they been there for how long? A different species of human. Yeah. So, have you had an experience? I've had an experience. Capitol Forest. We were camping. Rocks were thrown from the hill. No one there we could see, but into our camp. And we just got out of there. We smelled some real bad stuff, though. The odor was terrible. And I've heard different stories about that. But when you live it and it happens to you, and you got buddies with you, we got out of there. And we're about the age of 17, 18 years old. And we used to camp out all the time. But yeah, we didn't go back. Do they come back to the same areas, or do they travel by? Do they frequently go back to the area? I've heard stories about people that have seen them, heard them, and got the heck out of there also. Are they dangerous? If you go to hurt them, they're going to track you. They'll take you like a rag doll and beat you across all the different trees through the forest. I'll leave you there. Gosh, don't shoot them. Don't harm them. Try to communicate if you can. Be happy and get the hell out of there. Maybe just stay. Use your whole. I would get out of there, but the experience is really a lifetime. You remember that, and but it starts with that smell. Apparently, they're getting pretty close. Yeah, animals react differently. Things in the forest just stop. Crickets, just silence. And then you hear them walking on brushes and tree limbs cracking and even trees breaking. Yeah. North Carolina, a lady and her son were camping in their camper. And they heard this strange howling, weird, terrible screeching noise. It got louder and louder. The silence happened. And all of a sudden, their motorhome was rocking back and forth as if they're in the sea, up and down. Unbelievable. And it lasted for about, she said, 10 minutes with this loud screeching sound. And the kid was frightened. I would have been frightened. She was frightened. And then it stopped. But on the side of her motorhome are these claw marks on each side, as if there were two of them playing with this toy motorhome. Oh, boy, I tell you. Yeah, a lot of strange stuff coming up. I'm going to take your calls right after this. And again, I do thank you for listening. And to all my new callers out there, I thank you. By the way, the opening song was by Chris Ears. And he is fantastic. Great songwriter. You can get his stuff on Chris Ears, I guess it's .com, or just look him up on the internet, and you can find his albums out there. Yeah. He is a great guy. And we thank him for donating that song to our openings to the Glenn Larry Show. Okay, so we're back in a few.
There's no typical meth user. I was from an upper middle class family. Meth is terribly addictive. My first time using it, I was hooked. There was no turning back. I lost my job. I was homeless. I never thought I'd see my family again. I have a great fear of meth because it took so much of me. I mean, it took everything. Meth took over my soul.
Visit our website at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
Now, back to Glenn Larry.
And we are back. Thank you kindly, I'll tell you for sure. Yeah, so it gets pretty scary. Now, you've heard the other shows I've had, and we have archives, by the way. Want to remind you about OlympiaRadio.com for all my friends in Olympia, Washington. And we have Country Vault Radio, and you can hear Chris Ears on that station also, his whole album. And, of course, Ross Lewis, a good friend of mine. Great interview with John Conley that I had. And he's a great guy, I'll tell you for sure. Boy, has some new stuff coming out, and I think I played his new album, which I'm quite sure I did in the interview. And but check that site out also. It's another station of mine. About 7 of them I have out there on the internet. And we have KGOS 101.3, AM 1610, Part 15, Hobby Radio, Community Radio. That's been good for Good Springs. And if you go to goodspringsradio.com, it explains that also. Got to get that out to you. Yes. Want to thank, actually, I want to say a shout out to some friends out there. Sheldon Battery. I just saw him today. Great man. And we talked about batteries, which I always do, and how the business is going. They got a shortage of RV batteries and also a shortage of golf cart batteries. They come out of California, and he says it's really a shortage. And that's kind of odd. So I'm wondering what's going to happen there. But I don't know anything about batteries. If you're in Las Vegas, give this guy a call, 702-362-8180, excuse me. And that's for Jeff. Nice guy. Carpet Tiles USA. Want to thank Fran. Did a great job for my friends. They just had them. He just did some carpet for them. They love it. They're in love with it. Great job. Well done. Good installers. And you can get a hold of him. That's Fran. Carpets Tiles USA, 702-265-4419, and tell them I sent you. Please do that. Raise Honey, you can see it right up here. I have it on all my websites, and this guy, that's the best honey I've ever had. Yeah. For the allergies that I have, I take it. It helps me out. It's Nevada. It's within Arizona and Las Vegas, actually Nevada and Arizona. He's got them around town. I've seen them. I'm not the only guy that gives them. I give them out as prizes. But you want to order them, just look for Raise Honey on my websites, and you can do so. Yeah, good people. Tina's hair and extensions and colors. We thank you, Tina Reynolds. Great lady. Keeps my guys looking pretty good. 702-591-0033. Yes. Got a new Prump International line, which is we'll give that out a little later, I think, when we do this other show, because we're going to have something cool happening from Pahrump. Working on that. Over the hump to Pahrump. You've heard that before? Yeah. Anyway, let me see what's happened here. Something weird went happening. All righty. Okay. Give you that, baby. All right. For some reason, our camera went out. I don't understand that. Oh, wow. Well, maybe we'll pop back in again. We'll see what happens. For those folks that can see us right now, please give me an email. That was kind of weird. Weird things happen in my place. I don't know why. It just must be the spirits or the ghosts. Anyway, so I'm going to give out the number for you guys, and we'll have open lines.
UFO Talk Radio, the Glenn Larry Show, deep in the dark desert of Nevada. Call 702-874-1114. North of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. West of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And south of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And east of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. First time callers, call 702-874-1114. And if you just want to talk to the Glenn Larry Show, call 702-874-1114. Now, broadcasting live from deep in the desert of Nevada, K-Ghost Radio presents UFOTalkRadio.com with your host, Larry Glenn Anderson, Glenn Larry. Now, back to Glenn Larry.
All right, yes, and another report came in about Bigfoot, about this lady, Action, Oregon, and and a wooded area again, of course, says that Bigfoot wants my baby. And I said, Bigfoot wants your baby? Yes. Ever since we had the child, we brought the child home from the little girl from the hospital, we've had different things happen to her house. Rocks thrown at our house, and sounds, of course. And ever since they brought the baby home, now they've lived in this home for a long, long time, apparently. But when they brought the baby home, either the Sasquatch or Bigfoot, or whatever you may call it, is jealous that they have the baby. That's an odd one. And I don't know if you folks have seen or experienced in this realm, but that's an odd one. Yeah. Could a Sasquatch or Bigfoot be jealous of a baby? I know you might be living in your neighborhood, and you've got woods around you, and there's a Bigfoot out there, but you can mind his own business. That's your family. But when your family's threatened and things like that happen, broken windows, I mean, there's no kids out there. This happens late at night. She said did happen in the afternoon one time. She was hanging her clothes up, and on those clothing where rocks were thrown at the clothes themselves, the sheets, they came down, muddy rocks. And they're coming out of the woods, deep in the woods. They must be pretty good at throwing things and getting to their aim or what have you. But scary stuff. Yeah. Lots of reports out there. And like I told you before, we've had a lot of guys on talk about Bigfoot. What do you think about it all? I mean, could you have some stories? You've got to call in with your stories. Now, John, I know you out there, you have a story. I'd love to hear it. We're going to give this number out again for you. And I want you to write the number down. And I want you, please, to call in. We need to have some callers on this cool type of show.
To call UFO Talk Radio, the Glenn Larry Show, deep in the dark desert of Nevada, call 702-874-1114. North of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. West of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And south of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And east of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. First-time callers, call 702-874-1114. And if you just want to talk to the Glenn Larry Show, call 702-874-1114. To talk to Glenn Larry, all lines are open. 702-874-1114.
Now, you have that number. All you got to do is just give me a call. Yeah. We'll wait for it. We'll take it from you. Yeah, I really will. Another email came in. Her name is Carol. And that's my sister's name, by the way, Carol. And it's her birthday tomorrow, too. We're twins, by the way. Anyway, but Carol is in Washington State, and she says by the ocean, apparently, which they have apparently around the ocean area, wherever you want, anywhere by the ocean. And there's wooded areas, and they frequently go camping there. It's a site that they own. And yeah, it's not only one scream, but there's several screams, she says. It happens late at night. It's always when we put out the campfire. Then within an hour later, it happens. And it happens every time when they're up there. They never have seen anything, but they hear the screams. And they're just terrifying, she says. My gosh. It shows a picture of her little campsite there in this nice little area. Yeah, but my gosh, is it a way they're trying to communicate with us? Are they communicating with each other? I hear about them knocking on trees with rocks and making sounds, a way of communicating. I don't think they know Morse code, but I think they're doing something. Well, let's take our first caller here. Hello, caller. This is the Glenn Larry Show. And what's your name and where are you from, please?
My name calling from Santa Rosa, California.
Santa Rosa, what a place, I'll tell you. Yes. Sir, have you seen a Bigfoot?
Well, I never saw him, but I know I had an experience, and it was like 30 years ago. We were up in Idaho in the Snake River Canyon. We were doing a rafting trip for a couple of days down through there.
Mm-hmm.
And one night we were, we beached the rafts and come up and got a campfire going and set up, and they were feeding us. It was a pretty well organized little trip.
Right.
And we heard this, like you were saying earlier, this howl that sounded somewhere, just between a human being screaming at the top of their lungs, only kind of mixed in. I don't know if you've ever been in the forest and heard a mountain lion, but it kind of had that unearthly squeal or thing to it. And we heard this a couple of times. And I don't know why, this one guy got up and he went over and took a piece of firewood and banged it really loud on this piece of driftwood. And that immediately got another howl coming in, just only a lot closer. And then every once in a while, about every 5 or 6 minutes, a rock had landed near or in our campsite.
The old rock.
It went on for over an hour and a half.
They kept throwing the rocks into your site there for an hour and a half.
Oh yeah, it kept us from going to sleep for a long time. In fact, I was almost tempted to go sleep in a raft, but then I started thinking if it starts throwing rocks at the raft, we're going to be caught down there in this canyon.
They might sink you, right?
Hey, Larry, I'm having a little trouble hearing you.
I'm fine. You hear me okay now?
Yeah,
a
little bit.
Yeah, I was waiting for the microphone. I'm sorry.
But and it all started when this fellow went over, took a piece of firewood, and chunked it up against a piece of driftwood that was down there in the canyon.
Wow, gosh.
And there had to be more than one because I think because there'd be a couple of rocks at a time, and then there'd be nothing, and we'd sit there listening and looking, and then there'd be another boom, boom, with another rock coming in.
Do you think when you pounded on that, or your friend pounded on that log or whatever, driftwood, or was like maybe they thought that one was talking to them or talking back and forth or what?
It must have been. I don't know a lot about Bigfoot. I mean, I've seen that the film from up in Northern California.
Yeah.
And that's about it. And a lot of people up in the northern part of the state kind of take it as a joke, but I got to tell you, it ain't no joke.
No joke. Yeah, you're talking about the 1967 with the Patterson and Gimbler. Is it Gimbler? Film, I guess.
Yeah, I saw a special on that where they did a frame by frame analysis.
Yeah.
And said at the time the technology wasn't available to fake that it had to be real. There's not a possible way it was a man in a suit or anything.
And it was no Photoshop back then. And they said
about as good as you got was Ray Harryhausen.
Yeah. I'll tell you, they said that the bone structure and the way the muscles moved when it was walking and then when it turned around and had some breast, it was quite frightening, of course, and amazing. But that is as real as it gets, I think. And I believe it's real. I really do.
Well, I got to tell you, I think it's real because I think they're real. Now, I don't think there's a lot of them. And, I think maybe some of the sightings are a little bit hooey or people just get a little scared out in the woods.
Yeah, imagination.
They heard something rustling in the bushes, but this wasn't rustling, and there wasn't anything to make the rocks drop off the canyon. They were coming way out.
Yeah, like that lady was hanging her washout, and she said that there was thrown from deep in the woods to her laundry on the line, on the sheets and what have you. She said it was quite frightening. And she called the police. They went and searched for kids and stuff, footsteps and whatever. Nothing was found about Bigfoot either.
And I've heard they make symbols in the woods, like they'll break over trees or make an X or something, and that they kind of like have their own territory.
Right. Huh. I've heard and seen on different films about their campsites They build their own little huts or what have you to sleep in. And
I saw one. I think it was the same thing with the film that had a little bit on, like, I guess they found nests, but there's never any hair in them or anything that they can get a good DNA off of.
Yeah, well, the scat that they leave behind is full of berries and all sorts of stuff. And there's a lady up in Oregon is feeding them sandwiches for years. Unbelievable. Gosh. And I said to myself, that might be another animal taking that stuff. That might be a raccoon that's is now a pet.
Yeah, well, you'd have to think that's a raccoon or something like that.
Yeah. But she says
all sorts of animals will steal your food out in the forest.
Oh yes, and all your garbage, of course. She says about this thing she saw it, and it was so fast, real fast, and just a bleep of this creature. She says, and then what about the lady that had the baby? They've been living up there for years, wherever I just I don't have it in front of me anymore, but they lived there for years and had this baby. The Sasquatch or Bigfoot was jealous and was throwing rocks and really, causing us quite a havoc with them. And I think it's because they had the baby. And she says that Sasquatch wants my baby. Well, that's quite an interesting story. And that's also online too.
Might just be jealous. You never know. I don't know that they want the child. Well, you don't know.
You don't know. And maybe used to just having you there on a third maybe party. They didn't like that. Although the dogs and pets would not go near the woods at all. And I guess once they leave that scent somewhere, I wouldn't go near them either. That's the truth.
Well, dogs don't like things like that. They don't like bears, and and I imagine then they wouldn't like a Bigfoot either.
Yeah. I'm asking folks out there that I get emails, and I'm getting them out on the Facebook. Oh yes, I got a story. Well, call in with your story for God's sake. This is what it's all about. And we do have another caller. See what we've got here. You want to hang on?
All right, well then, thanks for taking my call, Art.
Well, thank you so very much, and give us a call back again. And thanks for listening.
Well,
you got it. This is the Glenn Larry Show, and you are live. What's your name, and where are you from, please?
Hello, Glenn.
This must be Barbara.
Hello, this is Barbara.
I got to play your music. Let me play your music here. Hang on. Here it is. I've just got it right here handy. Oh, my gosh. And I have Barbara on the line. I've talked about her before. And she's from Summerlin, Nevada. Are you there?
Glenn?
I'm here.
Glenn, I just want to say thank you. I got your email.
Great.
Wishing me a happy birthday.
Well, I'll tell you. Barbara.
Now, did someone tell me that it's your birthday too?
It is tomorrow. I'll be 65 years old and having fun in radio.
That's right. We share a birthday.
Isn't that wonderful?
That is wonderful.
Well, Barbara, what do you think about the Bigfoot? What do you think about that?
Well, I was talking to Steve, and Steve said he thought he saw one of these Bigfoots when we were up in Yosemite. You know this, Yosemite Park?
I sure do.
They have a beautiful lodge up there. And he said he thought he saw a big ape man.
A big what now?
A big gorilla. He said it looks like a big gorilla.
Wow. Okay. And what did this gorilla do, or this Bigfoot do?
Well, Steve said he was just rummaging around and eating things. He was eating berries. Steve said he's eating berries.
Okay, I heard that. Gosh. And okay. And did you?
He was pointing it out to me, and I couldn't see.
Oh.
Because I was looking at the the geyser in this beautiful mountains in this area. He was trying to point out this thing. It's this monkey, big gorilla. He says it looks like a gorilla.
Okay, yeah. And what did it just ate the berries? Did it do anything else? Did it run or make a sound or?
No, but he was downwind.
Okay.
And I will say I did smell. So we did smell something. Yeah, it smelled terrible.
Yeah.
It did, Steve. You remember that? It's very gamey.
Yes, and very pungent. Smell.
Pungent, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it smells really crap.
Yeah, that too.
Smells like crap.
Yeah. Boy, I'll tell you, I had smelled the same thing. It's terrible. It was the most terrible
Steve did
smell.
some research, and he said that that's very common with the Bigfoot sightings. They have a smell.
Yeah, they do.
Very bad smell.
Yeah, and it's so bad you want to get away from the area. I don't know if it's on purpose they have that smell, or that's just the way they smell, or if they give off this odor to scare you away.
It could be, or they just smell, you know.
Yeah. Oh, they're not using deodorant. Tell you for sure.
He said they're not using deodorant. Yeah, they smell like crap. Maybe it's the wash themselves.
Yeah. Well,
He says they should bathe.
Yeah. Oh, they do bathe in through the rivers. I would think.
I guess I don't know. Like I said, I was looking at the beautiful majesty of the park itself, and
right.
And Steve was looking over there at this, and at first I said, "Are you sure it's a gorilla?" You know.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it could have been a person.
But you said it looked like a gorilla, though. Not a
gorilla,
person.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Some people, it could have been a man.
Well, there you go. It could have been anything then at this point.
Well, it was definitely a humanoid.
Humanoid. A hairy.
2 arms and 2 legs. He says.
They
says 2 arms.
They do have that, Barbara. That's but if it's bigger than a human being, you would think that would be not. Well, it could be an ape or maybe an escaped.
A big man. I mean, I don't know. It could have been a man. It could have been a big fairy. A tall man, like a basketball player.
Right. Well, yeah, it could have been that too. I mean, but
a big.
He says he saw a monkey or saw an ape or whatever. Yeah.
An ape man.
Yeah.
Or a very tall. There are people that look like monkeys.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah. Okay.
It could be. It could have been.
It could have been.
Could have been someone dressed up like a monkey in a monkey suit.
Yeah, it could be that too.
Playing a joke on us.
On you guys. Terrible. It's not a very funny joke. Scary, especially the smell. That would have really been a lead on what that could have been out there. Let me ask you this. So, how have you been?
We have been well. We've been very busy, Glenn.
Okay. What do you have planned for
the house? We've been doing some remodeling in our house.
Okay.
You know, you've been to the house up in Summerlin?
Yeah, nice house. Big.
Yeah, we did some work out in the casita.
Mm-hmm.
And in the pool house too, because the pool season is starting to go down.
Mm-hmm.
And so we did some remodeling outside and in the pool room in the casita.
Yeah. Oh.
And we're going to do some. We're going to get some new carpet as well.
Well,
I did call your friend.
Well, great, fantastic, Fran. Yeah, he's
Fran,
a good guy.
That's right,
yeah.
Fran. And he's coming out to the house.
Right.
And he's going to give us a good deal.
Yeah, Carpet Tiles USA, Fran. Yeah, good guy.
Yeah, good, interesting man.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Steve got along very well.
Oh, well, good.
He likes Trump. He likes Trump.
I thought you said trucks.
Trump.
Oh, okay.
Donald Trump.
Oh, yeah.
Him?
Oh, yeah.
How soon we forget?
Yeah, well.
This great man, great president.
Yeah, we've had a great presidents, I'll tell you for sure. So anyway, so you're getting that
Go
done.
ahead, Glenn.
So you're getting that done. And what is the next thing you got planned? What about Thanksgiving? You having a big party this year?
Yes, we're going to have to. Of course, Glenn. You're always invited.
I know. It's
and
very
we're
kind.
going to be having Thanksgiving, and we're going to be doing it kind of like a theme this year.
Again, a theme. Again.
Yes, we have fun with it, Glenn.
Well, now, what is the theme for this year?
The theme is the original Thanksgiving. So, the Pilgrims.
Okay.
So we will be dressed up as pilgrims, and then I've hired some help in the chef and his workers, and there will be the Indians.
Okay.
So the Indians will be serving us like these old times, Glenn.
Like the movies, like the old,
the movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're
It's
actually
wonderful, Glenn. Then we're going to have turkey and stuffing and corn on the cob. And I'm not a big corn on the cob fan, but the Indians had corn.
So you'll be dressed up as a pilgrim yourself.
Well, not the what do they call the women? Yes, right, Glenn. The Puritans. The Puritan women.
All right. And
the Puritan women.
And what will your husband?
He will have the hat.
Oh, he'll be
buckle.
Okay, I got you. I can see it. I can see it now. So do you hire these Indians? Are they real Indians? Are they actors? Or
I don't know if they're Indian. I think they're Mexican.
Okay. All right.
But they'll be dressed as Indian.
Okay.
Dressed as Indian.
Yeah.
They're Mexican. Some of them work for me.
Okay.
They said he worked for Glenn. His landscaping business.
So Steve I know he's got people working for him. So he's going to take his workers and dress them up as Indians?
Yes.
What about their Thanksgiving?
Well, we're not forcing them, Glenn.
Okay. We're paying them, of course.
We need to make a living.
Yeah.
We're paying very handsome. Steve says paying him double time.
Okay, great. Okay. So now you're going to have the fire, the whole bit, the fire pit and everything else.
We have a fire pit in the back, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing the the frying of the turkey.
Yeah, the frying of the turkey.
No, the frying.
Of the frying. The frying. Okay.
Steve says you can try to deep fry one.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. And okay, great.
And then we have several turkeys. We have deep frying one, and then what was the other, Steve? Smoke it. He says he's going to smoke one.
Smoke and fry. Now,
and then the traditional in the oven with the stuffing in the oven.
Now, did not the Pilgrims or the Indians back at the time kind of have it roasted over a fire, and they turned it around for the turkey and got it, on a rotisserie
temperature? But we're not going to do that, Glenn. That seems very messy.
Okay, good. Okay, well, I got it. So now, will the Indians get to eat with you and break bread like they did at the Pilgrim back in the day?
Huh.
Well, I mean,
I don't know. We didn't really think about that.
Yeah,
Steve,
they can.
The Mexican Indians that we eat with us. maybe one or two of them. Steve said maybe one or two.
Oh wow. Okay, well, great. That works out.
Yeah, but for the maybe we should, Steve. It would look good, like the breaking of the bread. Like the olden
would look
time.
Good. The breaking of the bread. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now folks. Now Barbara's had several parties, and there have been theme parties.
Wonderful parties. We had the God of the Wind party.
That was interesting.
That was wonderful.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of We do a lot of benefits for the community.
Right.
And for poor people.
Okay.
We raising fundraisers.
Yes, that's great. It's wonderful.
Yes. So the next one we're going to have is at Summerlin at the Red Rock Academy. We're going to have the Springtacular in spring. This will be in April, March or April. We're going to have a Springtacular with a big sale and, of course, some of the new spring fashion.
Okay.
And we'll be raising money for, homeless people, poor people.
Okay, that's great that you would do that.
People that are, Glenn, there is people that are more unfortunate than us.
Well, that's right. My gosh. And we should all take care of each other in this world, I really believe.
Yes, we should. And we raise money for them so they can buy food and toiletries or whatever they need.
Now, are you still the vice president of your PTA or your?
Yes, I am. They brought me back, Glenn.
Oh, that's beautiful. Now, do you still have your UFO group that you have your meetings with?
We
Janet?
We haven't got together in a while. You know, Joyce and Candace, the neighbors.
Yes.
We haven't got together. We've just been so busy lately.
Yeah, I imagine.
But I see her. And the people were scared of COVID in the past.
Right.
And everybody's vaccinated. The vaccination is going really well now.
Yeah, we're having the
and
booster
the school
shot.
is getting better. I think we're about 80% vaccinated.
Oh wow, that's great. Well, it works for you. That's fantastic. Or for anybody else.
You
out
got
there.
vaccinated, right, Glenn?
Well, we'll just move on about that. I'm going to tell everybody in the air what I'm doing, but yes,
I hope so.
As long as we're all safe, it's all good. Wear your mask. Clean those hands.
I don't like the mask, Glenn.
I know.
I like to wear the shield.
The shield. All I can see your whole face.
Yeah.
I got it. That.
Yeah,
well, you wear a lot of makeup, though, don't you?
Shield, because I do my makeup.
Yeah.
And I don't want to mess it up with this mask.
No. You wouldn't want to do that. Gosh.
And Steve refuses to wear a mask anywhere. Yeah, I don't want to wear it. I don't care what they say. Steve says he doesn't care what they say.
Well,
he refuses to wear it.
Now, he's a plumber, correct?
Excuse me?
He's a plumber, or he has lawn service?
Oh, no. Oh, goodness. He said you're a plumber. No. He owns a landscape.
That's right. I apologize. He must wear that when he does the dust and blows off leaves and stuff off the sidewalks.
He doesn't do that. He has his Mexican crew do that.
Okay, it's great. All right. Why did I think it was a plumber? That's something.
That is funny, a plumber. There's no plumber. I got no plumber's crack.
Yeah.
He says he has no plumber's crack.
Okay. Right. Okay. Great. Okay. Well. Okay, Barbara.
Anyway, I just wanted to call and say happy birthday to you.
Oh gosh.
And I did have a little comment about the Bigfoot because Steve said he saw a man at Yosemite.
So it might be a Bigfoot, not just.
It could have been.
Wow. It could have been. Anyway, I want to thank you, Barbara, so much for calling. I'm going to adjust your music. Let me adjust your music. One more time. I'll adjust your music. Go ahead.
What happened?
Go ahead one more time, Barbara.
Okay, this is Barbara Butler signing off from Summerlin, Nevada, in the president of Red Rock Academy PTA. I just like to say thank you to everybody, and God bless you, Glenn, and God bless America.
Thank you so much, Barbara. Be well. Give us a call back some other time. We look forward to your calls, Barbara. I'll tell you, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, boy, with Barbara calls. Thank you again. Pretty crazy stuff, though. She believes she saw it. I mean, he saw one up there, and then she starts down with a man, maybe. But, I mean, if you got a smell like that, it's got to be something going on. Anybody else out there wants to call it tonight? Talk about Bigfoot. Normally we get more calls than this, but, God, I'm glad that she was listening. Gosh, I should probably go for just a commercial break real fast. I'm a little late on that one, but we shall do that. And let's do that.
You ignore the signs, so you enable.
You don't want to sound like a hypocrite, so you enable.
You don't want to alienate your child, so you enable.
But if you think they're trying drugs, you shouldn't be afraid.
You're the parent.
So you are able.
You are strong.
So you are able. There are others just like you.
So you are able.
And we can help. So you are able.
Get help at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
To call UFO Talk Radio, the Glenn Larry Show, deep in the dark desert of Nevada, call 702-874-1114. North of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. West of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And south of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And east of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. First-time callers, call 702-874-1114. And if you just want to talk to the Glenn Larry Show, call 702-874-1114.
And I believe we have another caller on the line. And what is your name and where are you from, please? You're live.
Hello, it's Harold.
Hello, Harold. And where are you from, sir?
I currently here in Las Vegas.
Well, welcome. I do like Las Vegas. I'm a little ways away, but we do get in there and buy stuff and get out. Traffic's been crazy. Sir, have you seen a Bigfoot?
Oh, yes.
Will you tell us what happened? Let's hear your story.
Well, I own a cabin up in Washington State, and near the Lucerne Landing. It's up in that Lake Chelan area.
Mm-hmm. I know the well.
Are you familiar with that area
yes,
at all?
Yes, sir. I am. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. You know that it's Lucerne. They named it after Lucerne, Switzerland. The Cascade Mountains up there.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely stunning. Anyway, we own a cabin up there, and we take the boat. You know,
yes.
we got a boat, and you can also take the ferry, and there's no roads going up there.
No, it's a ferry only to get up there.
Yes, ferry only in that area. You can go up to Steak and all the way up to Steak, and you can get off at Lucerne Landing there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, over there at the Lucerne Landing, when we drive up in the boat, usually I've seen sightings at least 4 times now.
Now, is that when you're on the ferry? You see these whatever?
No, never on the ferry. It's always on the boat when when the ferry's not running.
Oh wow!
In the colder months, we make runs up there. The ferry runs during in the summer months every day.
Mm-hmm.
Two times, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. And but after October, it only runs up there once a week.
Right.
Supplies. It's just the weather and it's just the lack of people.
Right.
People are not going on vacation up there in this colder months.
So it's no one there.
The ferry runs up there weekly. Anyway, we own a boat,
mm-hmm.
and we go up there, and we'll go up there in the winter months, check on the cabin, and go up there, and not as much, but whenever I go up there, the sightings that I've seen it's been in the winter months, usually October, right in October. So
when you see these sightings of this Bigfoot or Sasquatch, what would you call it up in Washington? Bigfoot or whatever?
Oh, the Indians call it Sasquatch. I call Bigfoot. Kind of Bigfoot sighting.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty in that particular area. They're pretty common in sightings. This is a pretty remote area. There's no, like I said, there's no cars.
How close were you at those sightings with those Bigfooters?
Oh, I'd say when we were driving the boat up, there's a mouth of a river.
Mm-hmm.
It's Railroad Creek. It's a creek. It's really a creek. It's not really a river.
Right.
But it's Railroad Creek. It's coming out into the mouth of the lake. And this is, for some reason, where the sightings have been, or I have seen, and right in the mouth of the creek coming into and there's a lot of trout up in this mouth right there because the creek comes down, and a lot of the water's coming up, and a lot of bugs and whatnot. There's a lot of trout in this area. And sometimes they get caught up in these pockets of pools there.
Right.
And I have seen Bigfoot in there, trying to catch trout down there.
By hand.
By hand, yeah,
right.
By hand.
Wow. How big are they? Would you say up there?
The trout?
No, I mean the Bigfoot. I mean, if you've
Bigfoot.
seen.
Well, I was probably about I'd say about maybe 100 yards from shore, and now if I ever run across it, I cut the motor and I got binoculars and I take a look. But I would judge he's about roughly about 8 or 9 feet. give or take. It could be 10, but it's hard to tell.
And what color? What color is this fur? You think that you've seen?
It's a light brown, light to dark brown, very matted hair, similar to bear.
Mm-hmm.
Very, there's black bear
yes
in there, but there is no grizzly. That's up near Alaska. I'm familiar with grizzly is up in Alaska.
Now,
but
this could not have been a bear because it stood in its own 2 feet.
No, it could not have been a bear. It was definitely on its it was definitely on its 2 feet, like a type of humanoid creature, and grabbing. Because I've been, I've lived in Alaska before, and I've witnessed bears fishing for salmon.
Yeah, what have you?
And the way they catch salmon with their mouths.
How long did this Bigfoot fish for? I mean, you sat there and watch him for quite a while. Does he look around when he's fishing, or is he right at it, or how's that work? I mean, what you say?
No, he's pretty concentrated trying to catch his fish. He's pretty until he notices. He don't notice me, because I cut. First time he got scared off right away from the engine.
Right.
And then the next time I cut the engine. And just tried to creep up there.
Did it seem
they're pretty intuitive? These are like a wild animal, any kind of animal.
Right. Right.
Hear.
He stopped.
He's probably his hearing is probably intuitive.
Right. My gosh. Have you ever got any pictures of these?
I have got some pictures.
Great.
And, yes, I can send them. Look, I do not have a professional camera.
Right.
It's just a camera. It is a digital camera.
Yes.
And you can zoom in and you can see something. And you can see. It's not as clear as can be, but it's you can see definitely something.
Right.
And I took some pictures of that, and then I went to after we went to shore. We went over there. Look at the area, and there we did get some pictures of the footprints and these type of things.
Wow. So how many have you seen in your lifetime?
I believe it's been 5.
Wow. Gosh. And have you ever been
now with this area that our cabin is? There's other people that own cabins.
Yes.
We only go there for the summer months, but there's people that live there year round.
Have they ever
it's pretty common.
Have they ever come into camp?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
When it's not really camp, Glenn. It's a small community, and people have property, and they build cabins there.
I see.
They use generator, and they use creek water, and they have things there on their property.
Wow.
But there is a ranger about a mile away that here's a camp for the ranger's house station, and there's about a dozen or so different people in the cabins that live over there, and there's 2 I know for sure that they're year round, and they're just what we call them. They're off the grid. They don't.
Yeah. Right.
They don't want to. They do their own thing out there.
Now, so these they're out there. They are out there, and they're.
Oh, they're definitely out there. When I saw, I remember seeing one of the Bigfoot when he caught the good sized trout out there in that creek, and they collect. He's definitely intelligent to be able to collect them into.
Does he take the fish with him?
Yes,
or does he?
Yes, he does.
He
takes it into the wilderness. So he's he's eating them later, or does he have a family? I don't know.
Right.
Does he have a community?
We
don't know.
My friend, we're coming to the top of the hour.
Anyway, I wanted to share the Bigfoot story.
Gosh,
they are real. They're there.
I want to thank you so much, and I want to thank you for listening. Spread the word, and again, thank you kindly.
Great show, Glenn. I appreciate it, Glenn.
All right, be well, my friend.
Yeah, have a good night.
Bye-bye. Unbelievable. Okay, Bigfoot. Oh, exciting show. Things happen here. Again, we have a 1 hour show. We're coming to 2 hour shows real soon. Trying to keep it fun for everybody. Happy holidays to you, and happy Thanksgiving. I want to have a good birthday. I'm going to spend it with my Thanksgiving with my other family, which is Chris and his wife and my 2 boys, godkids, Jake and Danny, and their family. And I've been doing it for years, and they're great people, I'll tell you for sure. And to all you folks out there from our station and from myself, I say hello to my daughter out there, my ex-wife, all my family, everybody out there listening to K-Ghost and UFO Talk Radio, the Glenn Larry Show. I bid you thank you so much, and I do wish you happy Thanksgiving. We're going to come out with Ross Lewis. Yes.